The Internet of Things is a way forward in many industries, combining new technology and methodology with existing techniques to both enhance and update them. In many cases, this can help save labour as well as increase performance. This has been shown with many industries, including health and agriculture. It is also true in the sports industry. Sports science has developed greatly in the last century, whether in terms of technique or equipment, and the advancing capabilities and access to smart technology through the IoT could make sports take another leap forward. The IoT has the potential to turn the sports industry into a smart sports industry, with athletes and sports teams accessing better training methods, interactive technology, and big data. The sports industry can benefit from IoT in the following ways: 1. Equipment. 2. Training. 3. Performance and technique monitoring. 4. Rehabilitation and monitoring recovery. 5. Fan interaction. Equipment is a key part of all sports and includes everything from clothes and shoes to balls and rackets. We have seen massive changes to sports, from increased aerodynamic technology and new ways of producing fabrics and materials to make stronger and lightweight equipment, such as carbon fiber tennis rackets. Many sports innovations have started on the cutting room floor of other industries, and adapting CAD usage to enhance innovation within the sports industry has helped bring sports into the 21st century. Sports technology companies such as Wilson and Nike are not only using successful athletes to help in the design process, but are also now using graphic engineers and computing experts to develop sensor field equipment such as fencing foils, basketballs, and trainers. The use of sensors and actuators has enabled equipment such as starting blocks to allow coaching teams to specifically work on starting reactions for sports such as cycling, running, and swimming, while pressure sensors are widely used across sports such as tennis and gymnastics. Using IoT equipment has allowed further development in both aerobic and anaerobic exercise. Motion monitors and sensors in equipment, as well as clothing, allow coaches to see the athlete's movements and muscle joint stresses. This highlights which muscle groups are working hard and which are not working hard enough. It can allow coaches to monitor for fatigue, as well as altering training sessions accordingly so that tired muscle groups can rest while other muscle groups continue to be worked. Motion monitors are also able to monitor gait, weight distribution, and limb rotation in order to target weakness in strength, elasticity, and agility, and then use new training techniques to improve them. This also improves the technique used by the athlete, and coaches can review a dashboard and video system in order to change errors. The IoT is able to aid in performance monitoring and competition technique by using cloud technology to analyze a specific sporting event, a football match for example. Statistics can be produced to identify how many times a player won or lost challenges, how fast they ran, and ball accuracy. It can also be used to evaluate how well a player maintains technique under pressure, and keeping with football, how many shots at goal were on target, and how many of those were with an opponent bearing down on them. In cricket or baseball, the IoT would be able to analyse through machine learning how fast and hard the bat hits a ball and the trajectory of the ball once struck. This data can be useful going back to the coaching team to show where, if any, enhancements need to be made. Are all the swings of the bats going to hit the ball out to the boundaries perhaps, or were connections with the ball more luck than judgment? Unfortunately, injury is often a part of sports, and new technology has enhanced rehabilitation greatly. Through the ability to use IoT monitors, we're able to pinpoint injury and compare data with other similar injuries as well as compare rehabilitation methods between physiotherapists. Monitoring health throughout a sports career can also create a baseline of data should the need arise, and could highlight potential health threats such as erratic heart patterns or changes in brain waves, which could indicate a threat of stroke or seizure. This could be particularly important in contact sports like boxing. Rehabilitation can then be monitored appropriately without need for regular hospital appointments, as training and exercise data can be sent to the appropriate therapist for analysis, meaning that recovery plans can be kept up to date in real time according to progress, and in some cases, the patient can be shown and re-shown the exercises if they're not being completed properly. Another improvement to the IoT in the sports world can be the ability for fans to access authorized data through applications, including performance data. Turning stadiums into smart stadiums, in the USA in particular, could increase safety and prevent accidents in car parks when leaving the stadium, as well as globally allowing traffic and police departments a prediction as to traffic flow and the use of specific public transport routes. With smart technology becoming an increasingly important part of everyday life, utilizing smart technology can greatly enhance both the sportsmen and women and the teams and sports they are a part of. It can lead to better relationships within the sport itself, as well as between the sport and its fans, giving athletes the ability to enhance their training potential as well. Using IoT systems will make sure that sports will not become something children just play on their games consoles, or just hear about at school, or from parents when talking about their own childhoods. Keeping up to date with the IoT will not only future-proof sports, but will make them far better for everyone to use.